Hey, welcome back into the channel. I'm on a new frontier again. This will be what is my second installment. As you recall from my first, got ourselves set up with a truck, we headed west, and we parked for the evening, and I'm back into the server and it's pitch dark. So we're going to explore a little on foot before we take off again. So in a quick review of the server, it's not a bad grind. I haven't seen player, I've seen lots of sign of player. The loot, well, the loot isn't, you're not going to be tripping over it by any means, but it is there. So, if you like what you've seen, come on back and follow the next leg of my adventure and see where it takes me. Well, isn't that wonderful? Right out of the gate, pitch black, and I hear a bear. Now, I've got an M4 to deal with it, but I can't see it until it's right on top of me. So we're going to wait it out right in this little utility shed. And in an effort of futility, I snap open a glow stick and throw it so I can get a little illumination on the situation, but it rolls down the backside of the hill and I lose all sight. Now I even try to open the door and whistle at the bear to try to get its attention, but that wasn't working. But as luck would have it, looks like the night is set on this server for a half an hour. Now that doesn't mean a half hour of total darkness, that's about 15-20 minutes. It's half hour total from sundown to sun up. There's still some ambient glow on either end of that sunrise and sunset. And through the magic of editing, it's time to travel. And our first destination to explore is the southwest corner. There's a little military compound down there. We're going to see what we can't find. Now I do enjoy that hiking jacket, especially when I'm fresh, but we're pushing north soon, and I need to be camouflaged. I'm really quite surprised not to find a base in this little house. A lot of players like to use it. It's quiet, tucked out of the way, but there is a lot of traffic up from the military tents that we're headed to. Now we need to be careful. I've lost track of that bear and we're right in the middle of its spawn. And there's the military tents at the southwest corner. And there is a fresh car in its spawn. All the parts are there, aside from the doors and hood, just needs gas and water. Oh, and I think is that we do have infected. So I would surmise that only military areas, and I'm hoping helicopter crashes, will have infected. And I really was hoping that would be the case. It adds an element of danger and difficulty to your objectives. Not the warmest pants, but I'll take them. They're camouflaged and it'll help me blend in with the foliage a little better. Apparently, those were his pants. For those of you that are new to DayZ, bullets are for players. You want to take this guy out as quiet as possible, and don't get down from your safe place. You can deal with him from a high place. But by all means, if you get overwhelmed, open fire. But just take care. You're going to let other player know where you are, and you're going to attract other infected. And I literally put this guy's lights out. Server restart, just as I knock him out. Okay, now time is on our side. We have a few minutes, maybe 90 seconds to loot this compound before the infected start spawning back in. So let's get at it. It may be too late. I hear something. Or it could be another player. Don't know. Hey, 3-piece plate carrier set, pouch, and holster. This was a trip worth down here alone. But the real reason I'm down here is about to make itself abundantly clear. Ah, and there she is, just sitting there waiting for me. Perfect, nobody has stripped it of its glow plug or battery. And you may recall from the first installment, Fresh Boots, I filled up an extra jerry can of gas, and this would be the reason why. I was hoping this would be here. Now, this is a thirsty machine, so we're going to go give it a couple of tanks and then be on our way. There you have it, 3 jerry cans full and only 3/4 of a tank. Now, the funnest part of DayZ, off-roading with a 4-wheel drive Humvee. Now, there's another truck spawn just up ahead. We're going to swing in and see if it's there. Yes, indeed. No doubt, all it needs is gas. Even though I got a spare can in the back, I don't think there'd be one here. No, didn't think so. Well, I've already got a truck secured for the team, so this one's irrelevant. We'll leave it sit. That suspension is pretty cool. Alright, we'll stop off and check this hunting stand, and just across the bridge is a little shack and cottage and an ADA spawn. I'll just back myself up to the gate, slip out, go check things out. Now that's a definite sign of player. Someone's locked the rad in place, taken the battery, and given a spare rad. They'll be back for this vehicle. You could have yourself a freight train if you'd only lay the track. As I search this little compound, the plan formulates. I have team members Shane and Devil joining me today, so I'm going to take this Humvee back to the truck stash and let those two guys logistically move them up north. I'm going to gear up, come back here with the proper tools, and make this ADA mine. Hey, the flea bags are howling. Back to the truck spawn. I highly doubt this is going to sit here long. There's more and more sign of player in the area, which means we need to get our shit out of here now. There, back to the truck stash. Just going to offload a few essentials for the boys, and when they're on, they're going to grab these vehicles and push north. Now, like a yo-yo, we're going to drop right back down to that southwest corner where the military tents are, the Olga spawn. We're going to harvest that battery and use it for our own device. And there she is, sitting brilliant in the sun. Let's get that battery and get back up the hill. And yo-yo again. Back to the truck spawn. I almost forgot my pal Jerry. Now I log off for probably about an hour, and when I'm back on, I make an alarming discovery.
Meat rots too fast. It's only been a few hours since I put that there and harvested it.
You'll need to cook your meat almost immediately after harvesting it. You have a few hours before it starts to rot. Hey, we'll just pop in that battery. We'll give it a little petrol, and then we'll pop down to the creek, grab a jerry can full of water for the rad. That's another tell that a player has been through here. Mushroom will grow where player frequent. I really need to hire some help. I forgot about the gate. Alright, prepped, ready? Let's get out of here. I usually like to check these stands for guns, but so far, just hunting clothes. Who put that there? Yeah, I was caught looking up the hill at a heli spawn. Well, I fucked the rad, and I can't take it out because, well, it's locked. I have a replacement and the water for it. So, we're going to take the water with us. Just in case someone else has the appropriate tools and snags this, we're going to take the battery, and we're going to head up to Zvir on foot, see if we can't find something to get us out of this predicament. You're going to find a little bit of everything here spawning in Zvir, from food, tools, even some tier 2 to 3 weapons. And not only that, but there is a truck and an ADA spawn with a water well here. It's a great place for a small group to set up a base, which I'm surprised there's no sign of one yet. Mind you, there is a lot of traffic pushing from south up north to Tizzy and other destinations. Ah, right there, an open barrel. Now that's your number one sign that someone's been through. Barrels will collect rain even if they're indoors with the lid open. And there's no shortage of fruit on the ground from underneath these fruit trees. Now I can't quite remember if it's a wrench, pipe wrench, or a screwdriver that'll set that radiator free from its locked position. But now that I have a wrench, we're going to run back. We're not too far, and we're going to check it out. Well, it's not the wrench. I do believe it is a screwdriver I'm looking for. Oh well, 2 feet and a heartbeat. Time to head north. And since it's on its way, we're going to yo-yo back up to Zvir and finish looting the section we didn't touch. Well, the truck's here, but someone was definitely at it. Now there's another ADA spawn up around the bend. Let's go check that one. Nope, someone beat me to this one. None here. Now just up that valley, there's two houses with another truck spawn. Let's go check that one out. Well, it doesn't look like anyone's removed the truck from this spawn yet. You can generally count on people based up here too. It's well out of the way, up the west edge of the map, midway. And there's only one road in, one road out. It's nestled in the valley of two high peaks. Not a lot here and nary a sign of player. We're going to traverse the mountain peak. Down on the other side is the large dam and the camping area. We're going to go check that out. While I was coming down the mountainside to the dam, I noticed a helicopter crash out in the field. We're going to go secure that. And with quite a few players on, I have no suppression for my weapons. I'm going to have to do this as quiet as possible. Moved around to the back side of the crash, and if I pick up aggro, I'm going to try to bleed it off down in that shed. Yeah, here we go. Down to the shed. Hey, with that out of the way, let's go clear this crash. Not much there to write home about. Let's go over and check out the dam. The truck is obviously gone. There is an ADA spawn on the other side. We'll go peek and see if that's there. If not, we'll set our sights north and keep moving. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's down there, but we'll get a better peek see. Yep, nope, it's gone. Let's go. Unfortunately, my time for this session is drawing an end. If you liked what you've seen and you want to see more, hop back in and we'll continue on with my adventure on A New Frontier.